Battery energy drink keeps you going.
Hey, this is Tom from Metalheadz. I'm here with Brian from Red Fang. How's it going, man?
Doing well, yourself?
Not too bad. Okay, so this is the second leg of the Mastodon tour. How's it gone so far?
Oh, it's going great. It's a blast going out with these guys.
So, how did this tour come about? Because I believe you were supposed to just go out with Dylan Escape Hand originally, right?
I don't know. A lot of changed things have happened, but this is nice the way it all turned out.
Okay, cool. So, is this your first time visiting a lot of these places around Europe?
Yeah, this is only our second trip to Europe and our first time in the UK. So it's pretty exciting, and definitely the first time we played any of these venues.
So how have the UK fans been treating you so far?
Really, really good. I was really happy to see that we did get we have been getting the reception we have. We've never been here, so people don't know fuck all about us. So.
Okay, that's cool. So you're back in April for just 4 dates in the UK with Black Tusk. You looking forward to that?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, it's exciting to do a headlining tour. It's pretty surprising that we're doing one, so soon. Because our first time ever over here was last May. So doing your own headlining tour within a year that's pretty fast in the world of rock music. So hopefully people come out.
So how is your set list going to change between like tonight when you've only got a half hour spot in Mastodon and when you come back and you get a longer set to headline?
The set will be longer. It's nice we get a chance to show some other sides of ourselves. I mean, these sets we're doing in the UK with Dillinger and Mastodon. We only have allotted half an hour, so some of our longer songs just get chopped. It's just there's no way we're going to we could put them in there, but that would make it a 5-song set. So we're forced to to kind of rev things up and sort of try to get the point across, and then do as many kind of angles on our band as we can within a really short period of time.
Okay, cool. So you toured with some pretty cool bands so far. You went out with Clutch, you went out with Crowbar and Helmet, and now Mastodon. I mean, have you just been lucky, or?
Yeah, I think there's some luck in there for sure. But we are also really lucky. I think Relapse has opened a lot of doors for us, and our management is terrific. Laurel Stearns, she's really good, and as she's like old school, back from lived in the desert back in Caius days, So she knows metal, and she knows where we are in the metal world, and she knows that we're a little bit of an oddball metal band, So it's nice, and I think this shows she's keen to putting us where people who are have sort of more of an open mind, playing with metalcore and stuff is not really always our best crowd. We did Mayhem Fest this summer in the States, and it was almost all metalcore. And so we kind of stuck out, which fine. I mean, I would do it again. It was really fun. As much fun as you can have in a parking lot in the summer, sweating your ass off. But yeah, these shows are just so much. We feel so much more at home, because we're wearing pants for one. It's at night and we're on stage, So.
So if you go out on tour with anyone, what would your ideal lineup be?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Black Sabbath, Soundgarden, and I don't know who else. Who else could be good? Jimi Hendrix, maybe he could pop in.
Okay, cool. So the second album came out last year, but it was actually recorded back in 2010. So have you got enough new material now he's chomping at the bit to get the next album out? Well,
we definitely want to start working on it. For Murder of the Mountains, we recorded 17 songs and mixed down 14 and then picked the 10 that we liked the best for that album. So I think almost all of the completed stuff's been released, but we still have a couple of songs that are in the raw from that, which we could use, and we've been writing, as much as we can between tours. But we've been tours have just been coming really fast for us anyway. Mm-hmm. So when we get home, it's going to be a lot of woodshedding. I'm going to be playing guitar, probably driving my girlfriend crazy.
Okay. So one of the things that you've got in common with Mastodon is that on their last few albums, they've gone for fairly out the ballpark type of producers that no one would pick for them. And your second album, you actually had Chris Funk from the Decemberists as producer. How did such a strange combination come about?
Aaron knew him socially from just living in Portland, but none of the rest of us had met him, and I was familiar with their band. Decemberists are a big, giant band, but it really isn't really my taste. So he sent us an email because he was starting to get into producing, and was interested in talking to us about producing us. And we'd never had a producer once, so that was crazy. And then it was also the dude from Decemberists, really crazy. That was my initial impression. But we continued to communicate, and finally, as it got closer to wanting to record, we sat down with him at a bar, and he knows a lot about metal. And in the studio, he shreds. He's really brutal metal guitar player. He just doesn't use that part of his playing in that band. But anyway, so yeah, it really put me at ease when I sat down and talked to him. It's like, oh well, okay, you're in this indie folk band, but that isn't all of who you are. And so he's a really intelligent guy, really laid back, and has had a lot of studio experience. So I think we've really got a big budget studio experience out of a shoestring budget, because it came out of our own pockets, and we don't have deep pockets, so but I think he really made a big sounding record, helped us do that, and so I would work with him again. I don't know, he's a really busy guy. So.
Would you get him back for the next album?
I would, yeah. Although it's the way those guys tour and the way we tour. Is it possible? And it may or may not be, but yeah, maybe we'll do that again.
Okay. So, one of the things that first helped you guys to get noticed was your music videos?
Yes, for sure.
Which just seem to be getting odder and odder. For anyone that hasn't seen them, they've included an air guitar competition, driving a car through pretty much anything you could find, and getting decapitated by a bunch of LARPers.
Yeah.
But mostly beer.
And beer, always beer, yeah.
They're pretty off the wall, which over here a lot of people will probably get because it's the home of Monty Python.
Yeah, exactly.
But
that prehistoric dog video is pretty direct send up to
it's only a flesh
Holy
wound.
Grail. It's only flesh wound, exactly. I can still bite you, can't I?
How did you come up with these ideas?
The credit goes to the directors. Whitey McConaughey, he's a really, really brilliant guy. I'd seen his videos years back, and I was really impressed. He did one for a band called Panthers, a one-man band, and it is really off the wall. But the song is "You Don't Want to Get Your Nails Done." But in any case, the entire video is set in a cardboard box where all the furniture is made out of cardboard, featuring working phonograph player, dog, cardboard cell phone. Everything is cardboard, and anyway, Whitey made every piece of furniture in this video. Anyway, it just blew my mind. I love this video. You should check it out. But anyway, so we're like, you make a video for us, and I was in another band at the time, and he's like, yeah, whatever, and then I sort of stopped, kicking on his door because I was like, he's a busy guy or whatever. But, sort of out of the blue, one day he called us up. He said, I've got an idea for a video. And we're like, really? He's like, yeah, come down to the bar. We'll talk about it. So I'm down to the bar, and he told us the plot outline for Prehistoric Dog, and I was laughing my ass off. Literally, crying, laughing. I was like, God, if this video is half as good as what you're talking about, it's going to be amazing. And it turned out even better. I couldn't believe, just what he did with such a, little amount. It was 2 weekends, it was like 2.25 days shooting. That was it, and once again, in the video the Panther video, all that cardboard stuff. Well, in this video, he made every bit of that beer armor,
so is that
all of that stuff.
Is that him you can see making the armor in the video?
No, that's us pretending to make the armor in the video, you know. So it's theater, whatever.
Okay, that's awesome. So what does the future hold for Red Fang?
We come back here again in April, and then again in July. The touring we have that's in the foreseeable future is all European, UK. But I'm sure at some point we're going to want to do a U.S. run, and we're talking about Canada, and then we sort of have sort of our hope set on maybe going to Brazil at some point. Cause the Wires video seemed to do well down there. We're like, oh well, maybe there would be people that would care to see us. So I don't know. A lot of touring, but like you say, we need to get a new album out. So between tours, just playing a lot of guitar is what I'm going to be doing. Drinking coffee, playing guitar.
Awesome. Well, it's a great talking to you, man, and good luck with the show tonight.
Cool. Thanks very much.